ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. So we start verse 32 today. Uh, सर्गाणामदिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादप्रवदतामहम्. देखिए, now see the translation of this verse is, among creations I am the beginning, the middle and also the end. O Arjuna, among sciences, I am the science of the self. That is Brahma Vidya. He says also Vidyanam. Atma Vidya, calls it Adhyatma Vidya, a science of the self. And I am the logic in all arguments. Vada Pravadata Maham. So he says, I am the logic in all arguments. So we will just do this. Sarganam Sarganam adirantaschah madhyam chaivaha marjana. That means I am the only thing that is the beginning, the middle, and the end of all actions. Here you just take it as that all actions. I am in every particular action, any activity. Now, every activity, you see, has a beginning, has a middle, and has an end. Now, so if you are there in all activities, देखिए एक्टिविटी में तीन चीजें होती हैं, संकल्प, क्रिया एंड फल. Okay, these are the three which compromise action. Unless there is a thought that I want to do this, or let us do this, or I am doing this, you will not do it unless thought comes first. So the first is to come is sankalpa, the desire to do, the decision to do. Then is kriya. Kriya is when you are actually physically or mentally or intellectually doing that action. That is kriya. And then the action gets completed in the result. Whatever is the result of that action, whether it comes to you immediately or it comes to you much later, that is the phal. तो ये जो तीन होते हैं उसमें उसमें शुरू में भी और आखिर में भी, मिडिल में भी, it is he says, it is me alone, I am the beginning, the middle and the end. The meaning to say that nothing you can do is without him. Then Madhyam Chaiva, he says, okay, Adhyatma Vidya. Then, see, the main thing is the essence of the action. The essence of the action is him alone, pure consciousness alone, because unless consciousness dynamizes your mind, you cannot even have a sankalpa. A brain dead person has no sankalpa, and therefore no action, and therefore no result. A brain dead person. So, and what dynamizes the brain? Pure consciousness, the Brahma. So he says that I am the beginning. Even while doing the Kriya, your finger won't also move up and down if it is not dynamized by consciousness. As I say again and again, this is only flesh, bones, skin. Flesh, bones, and skin cannot move on its own. So he is that also. The result also, then, how does the result come? The result comes on its own because it is a law. And whose law is it? He is the one who has created the natural laws of cause and effect. So every action, he says that among creations, I am the beginning, middle, and end. Oh Arjun, among the sciences, I am, what does he say? I am Adhyatma Vidya. Adhyatma, amongst all sciences, among all Vidya नाम, जितनी भी विद्याएं हैं, जितनी भी sciences हैं, जितना भी knowledge है, he says that that is the only knowledge that gives freedom from ignorance. See, unless you know what you really are, what is your real self, it cannot give you freedom from your gross body, subtle body, or causal body. The main thing important is that you have to know the true self. If you know the true self, only then can you escape. Otherwise, you suffer along with your body, you suffer along with your mind, and you suffer along with your intellect. So, Adhyatma Vidya. Now, he says Vidya Nam, that is the most important Vidya. ठीक है? Understand that it is the most important Vidya. How does the freedom come? The freedom comes from recognizing the true self. The example given again is like the rope and the snake. ठीक है ना? So long as you are seeing the snake, you will only see the snake and suffer the snake till the rope is not seen. The moment you see the rope, the beginning of the rope, the middle of the rope, and the end of the rope is him alone, isn't it? So the material cause, the substratum of the snake also is just the rope. ठीक है ना? So even of your suffering, the substratum is him alone. You cannot even suffer if he is not there. He is there to empower your mind. So the snake never was. The snake never was. The rope always is. So the middle of the rope, the beginning of the rope, the end of the rope are all him. Therefore, the sarp is also all him only. It is not there. But if you see it, how has it come? It has come because of the substratum of the rope. Think about it. Think about it. So even your projections are not possible unless he allows you to project. Of course, you project with your own stupid mind. But the thing is that stupidity is also dynamized by him. Okay. Now then, this knowledge, the knowledge principle is him. When the knowledge principle, that is the pure consciousness, is him, you know because of him. ठीक है ना? You know because of him. You see because of him. You hear because of him. All this knowledge that you gather, your scientific knowledge, is possible only through your senses. Senses includes the mind. If the mind and the senses are blocked, they cannot act. Do you have any knowledge? Can you have any knowledge? No. In a dark room, see, the principle of light is what enables you to see, right? So when reflected light you can see, but you can see darkness in a dark room. Can you not see darkness? Yes. You can see that the room is dark. You say ना, मुझे तो अंधेरा दिख रहा है, आप बोलते हैं. I can see only darkness. How are you seeing the darkness when there's no light? Think. That darkness you are seeing because of the light inside you. He is providing the light to your eyes to see the darkness. You say that I saw a dream. है ना? मैंने एक सपना देखा. The word you use is देखा. आंखें तो बंद थी ना? कैसे देखा? It is that light of all lights that enables you to see the dream also. So the knowledge of that light, The science of spirituality explains to you the science of the self, Adhyatma Vidya. It is Adhyatma Vidya. So, this is the king of all Vidyas. Once you know that, you know all. That everything functions because of this only. So, that is what it is. Okay. Now, then we come to Vada. The last one he says is Vada Pravada Tamaham. Now see, वाद is of different kinds. हाँ, देखो एक तो होता है विवाद, एक तो होता है वाद. वाद मीन्स सिंगल पर्सन टॉकिंग. ठीक है, विवाद, विवाद इज टू पीपल टॉकिंग, यू नो, डायलॉग, डायलॉग. हाँ, उसको जल्प भी कहते हैं, कई कई जगह में जल्प भी कहा जाता है. द थर्ड इज संवाद. संवाद इज इन व्हेन a group of people are discussing. And the fourth one is Vitandavad. Vitandavad is just nothing else but your ego rising, and you know that you are arguing in a wrong way, you are arguing illogically, but still you go on arguing to prove your point to others that I am right, you are wrong, knowing fully well that you are wrong. That is Vitandavad. ठीक है ना? हाँ, we understand that. देखो, एक वो मीटिंग हो रही थी, उसमें दिस पर्सन सेड दैट आई हैव मेड अप माय माइंड, डोंट कंफ्यूज मी विद फैक्ट्स. जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट. Don't confuse me with facts. That means I am going to say what I think is right, or even if I think it is wrong, I don't even want to be corrected. Think about it. So this is nothing else but the play of ahankar, the play of ego only. So Vitandavad is all ego. Jalpa, jalpa or vivad, that means arguing, two people arguing. That is what? That is nothing else but fanaticism. That means you believe in a certain thing so strongly, wrong or right, but I believe in it, so I will argue with the other person that no, I am right. So pushing down your point with the others without even listening to them, without even taking care to understand logically what the other person is saying, that kind of thing is nothing else but fanatical behavior, which is called jalpa. It is also called vivad. Samvad mein bhi hota hai. But samvad mein it gets diluted because there are more people talking. ठीक है? Vad. He says vad is logic. I am vad. When he says I am logic. That means speech which is conditioned only by logic. Only by logic. And by not by ahem, ahankar, not by ego, ahankar, not by fanaticism, not by just trying to prove your point or pushing other people down, wrong or right or what, none of that. Vad over here is thing that when he says, see, all others are like teenagers को नहीं देखा है argue करते. They will argue their point whether wrong or right, but they will try to push down the other person many ways. But here, see, Vad is that which is logical, and it is only trying to convince someone else through logic, not through ego, not through shouting, not through arguing loudly, not through aggressive behavior, only through pure, simple logic, the speech that you give to make somebody understand something, that is called Vad. Like Krishna is speaking in the Geeta. He is the teacher in the Geeta. So when Krishna is teaching the Geeta, that is Vada. Through sheer logic, he convinces Arjun. He is not bullying Arjun. It is through sheer logic he is convincing Arjun. That is Vada. So he says that kind of talking is me. Okay. Next verse. अक्षराणाम् अकारोऽस्मि द्वन्द्वसामासिकस्य च अहमेवाक्षयः कालो धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः. Just 1 minute. Okay. हाँ, it says, among letters, I am the letter A. Among all compounds and the dual coordinator, I am verily the inexhaustible or the everlasting time. I am the all-faced dispenser of the fruits of action, having faces in all directions. Abhi dekho, lot of people laugh at these kind of things because the translation cannot express what Vishvato Mukham is. When he says Vishvato Mukham, it means, it does not mean faces in all directions. It does not mean a face that is looking everywhere. No, he means that he is the power that works through all faces. Now, of all faces of all people, including animal, birds, fishes, everything. हर एक का जो face है, on which all your indriyas are centered, including your mind, that is engineered, that is dynamized, that is that is got power because of him. That is what he means by Vishvato Mukham. So he says, among letters, I am the letter A. Let's come to this first thing. Okay. Without A, you cannot pronounce anything in any language. In any language. The letter A, the sound rather, A, is there in every vernacular, whether it is in India or it is different other languages. The English A, huh? The Urdu alif, hmm? and so many other Hindi you know, and is first. When you say m, huh? म में क्या होता है? Last sound is a, न, क, ख, है ना? तो वो ए साउंड जो है, that is the substratum of all language of anything in any particular language, huh? Whether it is Sanskrit rooted like German, Russian, there's so many languages have this a sound. So he says that the letter A, it is all your vowels, all your vowels, all your letters, they have this sound of A. And language is not possible without A. The first word that the child utters is either ma, amma, huh? That they say sound, or they cry. Even when they cry, it is ah. The mouth has to open with a when the child cries. So without that sound of a, no language is possible. Even between sentences, even between compounds, even between the letter a comes. Sanskrit में तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा है, and that is why Sanskrit is considered as a very musical language. It is a language which is very chantable. No other language has that kind of musical rhythm as Sanskrit has. And that is why Sanskrit verses are very easy to learn. वो जल्दी याद हो जाते हैं because of this musical content of the letter a between sentences, between words, and between sandhis also. So this is the basic sound. Remember, a is the basic sound. Acha, then the next thing he says is, of all compound words, I am the pair. Now the देखो, compound word means संधि, जिसको आप हिंदी में संधि कहते हैं. संधि means in Sanskrit is miraculous, 4, 5, 6 words की संधि हो जाती है, making it into one word. And you can keep changing and alternating. Sanskrit is a very creative language. You can create words out of different words. So they are all compounds. They are all compounds. But he says that amongst all compounds, of all compounds, I am the pair. Pair means two. When there is a sandhi of two words, making them into one word, I am that. The Lord says. Why does he say only that? Why does he say that only dual words का जो compound होता है वो मैं हूँ? Now just to give you examples of dual words के compound, English makes many, आजकल बनने लग गए हैं बहुत सारे, fantabulous, fabulous and fantastic. Two words make what? Fantabulous. These days, a lot of people say Chindia. Chindia is China, India. So instead of saying China and India, they say Chindia. Okay? So they say, you must have heard of the word brunch. What is brunch? Breakfast and lunch compounded into one word. These two words become brunch. You know, तो इस तरह के जो words होते हैं, they are there in every language, you know, and they keep getting created. So these words are easy and direct, and it is easy to coordinate between two rather than coordinate between 5, 6, 7. और कई तो languages ऐसी हैं जिनमें कि वो बनाते ही नहीं हैं दो words. So it is that. So अब देखो जैसे अर्श, दयानंद जी used to give the example of अर्श. अर्श means that which belongs to the rishis or has come through a rishi. Arsh, rishi, and arsha, that which has come through the rishi or belongs to the rishi. Okay. Now, when this is said, तो उनका अर्श विद्यापीठ compound हो गया ना, अर्श विद्या, अर्श विद्यापीठ. Vidyapith is one word and arsh is one word. So arsh vidyapith becomes one. Now this is the compound. So he says the Lord has chosen to use a dual compound. That means दो words का जो composition होता है. He says I am that because that is much more direct, much more easy to pronounce and much more easy to understand. And so he says that. So द्वंद जो है, द्वंद means दो. So I am that. The next he says is I am alone the infinite time. This we have done before also. Remember in the same chapter we have done that I am time. So I have explained this thing to you quite well about time, that he is the infinite time. The absolute concept of time is a flux. It has no beginning and no end. It is a continuous thing. It is infinite. Beginningless, आदि अंत रहित, continuous. So वही जो concept है time का, वो he is saying it is not the time you and I count कि 1 second, 2 seconds and 1 hour, 3 hour. He is not talking about that. वो हमारा बनाया हुआ है. We have done the counting of time, but he is the time itself. Then I am the sustainer. You know, he says I am the sustainer. Dhata. Dhataham Vishvato Mukha. Now, Dhata means the dispenser, the giver. Dhata means the one who gives correctly to each one what he deserves. He gives to each one what he deserves. And the result of an action, don't say that मैंने तो बहुत मेहनत की, मुझे तो कुछ मिला नहीं, so I did not get the fair result of my action. It is not like that. The result of an action is dependent on 1,000 other factors. What you deserve, not only in this life, what you have deserved through your karma, through the ages, through the lives. Similarly, the result is connected to so many other people also who are also trying. They may have done better than you, right? Or they may be more deserving than you. So they get it, you don't get it, right? So it depends on a lot of your outward effort, your prarabdha, and your prarabdha connected to so many other people, their prarabdha also, and the amount of mehnat you have done in the past, the surroundings also, the vasanas also. It is dependent on a lot of things. In fact, Ramcharitmanas writes, Karman ki gati nyari. वो तो sorry, that is from the Bhagavad I'm quoting. Udho karman ki gati nyari. And Geeta also says कि कर्मों की गति बहुत गहन होती है. You cannot figure out कि क्यों क्या. तो जब आप ये पूछते हैं ना, why me? Why me? You can never understand why you, because your vision is very very limited. आपका विजन बिल्कुल सीमित रहता है. So then you are not able to understand. So he is the giver who gives rightly to everyone. See, even the reaction of what you get is a karma phala. ध्यान से सुनना. The reaction in your mind of what you get is also karma phala. आपको कुछ, आपके साथ कुछ बुरा हो गया, ठीक है, जो वर्ल्ड थिंक्स के बुरा हुआ, लेकिन आपको वो फील नहीं हो रहा, आपको लग रहा है नहीं ठीक ही तो है. किस, तो व्हाट इज योर कर्म फल? योर कर्म फल इज दैट ऑफ हैप्पीनेस rather than sorrow. Hmm? A student who did not expect to do very well in the exam, हाँ, उसको फर्स्ट डिवीजन से थोड़े कम मार्क्स मिले. The teachers had expected that this is a very intelligent child, this child should get very high marks, उसको उतने मिले नहीं. Now see, the result is the same. Result तो वही आया ना. Supposing he has fallen short of excellence with 2 marks. The teachers are very unhappy, saying, "Oh God, we expected." See, their expectation was higher marks. तो उनको result मिला बुरा. उनके हिसाब से result is bad, isn't it? And they're feeling sorry. Whereas the student who didn't even expect that much is very happy. Oh wow, look at that. I just fell short 2 marks. Imagine, I have just fell short 2 marks. Look where I have reached. Or I have got, he did not expect any position in the university, but he got the 3rd position in the university. Teachers were expecting the 1st, he got the 3rd. He is happy, the teachers are unhappy. Think about it. So the result की जो खुशी और दुख है, it does not depend only on the result, it also depends on your reaction to the result. ध्यान से इस बात को सोचना, ध्यान से सोचना. So when you surrender to the Lord, if you have surrendered to the Lord, you believe firmly that no matter what He gives you, that is what I must be needing. And the person who has surrendered is happy with that. Surrender and self-will do not go together. They are like 2 swords which cannot be, एक म्यान में नहीं आते. They, 2 swords cannot come into the same scabbard. Okay? So it can either be surrender. If you say I have surrender, you have no business to ask for anything. You cannot. And therefore I always say surrender is very difficult. No matter we say हम आपकी शरण में हैं, हमारा ये कर दो, इसको ठीक कर दो, इसको ऐसे कर दो, इसको वैसे कर दो. Because we think that the Lord is not intelligent enough to order his world. हमको एडवाइस करना जरूरी है ना? कम से कम अपने मामले में तो कर ही सकते हैं ना एडवाइस, वो तो कोई रोकता नहीं. Okay, so now it is this. He says, see, I am the sustainer. Now then come to this. Facing all quarters at once. This is the translation in the text of Vishvato Mukham. I have already told you that Vishvato Mukham is a simple looking phrase which does not mean looking everywhere. It means I see everything. I am all pervading is the translation of this. I am pervasive. I am all pervasive. I am all pervading. That means I am every possible place. Come to the next one. We can do this. Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirtih shrirvakchanarinam smritir medha dhriti kshama. This is a very interesting verse. Very, very interesting verse. He says, and I am the all-devouring death and the prosperity of those who are to be prosperous. Who are to be prosperous. Among the feminine qualities, I am fame, prosperity, speech, memory, intelligence, firmness and forgiveness. ये देखो, ये लिस्ट कर रहे हैं कितनी सारी क्वालिटीज. हाँ, he says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 qualities he lists over here, that amongst feminine qualities I am these. Now, all these कीर्ति, क्षमा, धृति, ये सब जो हैं, स्मृतिर, मेधा, they are श्री, these are all feminine gender, all feminine gender. ठीक है ना? They all need power. Shakti. Shakti is feminine gender. All these qualities, if you have any one of them in any small measure also, they are because of him. It is he playing through you. It is he playing through you to get all these. अब ये देखो, कीर्ति जो है, पहले let me do this line. Kirti is translated as fame. Right? Fame. But from fame from doing punya, fame from doing dharma is called kirti. दूसरा अपकीर्ति होता है, ध्यान रखना. हाँ? It is not fame. Fame and defame. Huh? They are two infamous, famous, two different words. So here Kirti, Shri. Shri is Lakshmi, of course, but Shri means um, Shri means all that is desirable in health, wealth, or anything that enriches you is called Shri. It is at many levels. It's not just money. ये मत समझना कि Shri means Lakshmi and Lakshmi means money. It's not just that. Anything which makes your life, enriches your life. Health enriches your life. Wealth and all that wealth can buy enriches your life. Health, because of which you can do so many things that enriches your life. Super intelligence, it enriches your life. Your skills enrich your life. So anything that is desirable by you is called Shri, which you get and which makes your life pleasant. Now, अच्छा, इसमें अब क्या है? श्रीर वाक्य. श्री वाक्य नारिणाम. Now vakya is speech, good oratory. अच्छा, इसमें स्पीच में 3 चीजें आती हैं. एक तो हित, दूसरा सत्य, तीसरा प्रिय. Now these 3 things come under good speech, which the Lord says I am. जब आप ऐसा बोलते हैं जिससे दूसरों का भला हो, दूसरों को कुछ फायदा हो, किसी भी तरह का फायदा, हाँ, then it should be सत्य. It should not be a lie. जो आप बोल रहे हैं, अगर किसी का फायदा भी हो रहा है, झूठ से नहीं, सत्य से फायदा करिए या चुप रहिए मत. अगर आप सोचते हैं सत्य बोलने से उसका अहित होगा, डोंट स्पीक इट, जस्ट रिमेन क्वाइट. साइलेंस इज बेटर देन स्पीकिंग लाइज. ओके, सो सत्य. देन प्रिय. प्रिय मीन्स it should be pleasant to that person. Your speech should always bring happiness to another person. यदि आपने अपने वचन से बाण चलाए हैं जो दूसरों को चुभ सकते हैं, टेलिंग अदर पीपल आई विल नेवर टॉक टू यू, यू आर दिस, यू आर दैट, यू आर दैट, ये क्या है? ये अप्रिय भाषा है. यू आर दिस, यू आर दिस, यू आर दिस, क्रिटिसाइजिंग पीपल, फाइंडिंग फॉल्ट्स इन पीपल, डिराइडिंग पीपल. ये चुभने वाली बातें कहना दूसरे को, ये क्या है? These are nothing else but not the Lord. ये जो इनने वाक बताया है यहाँ पर, ये it is divine speech which includes all these 3. ठीक है? So वाक. अच्छा, स्मृति. स्मृति is memory. So good memory also is him alone, because mind is energy. Memory stays only in the mind. If you have a good mind, you have a good memory. And that energy the Lord gives medha. Huh? Medha is smritir, medha. Medha is what? Medha is also intelligence. Medha is intelligence. The power, अच्छा medha में आता है, the power to receive, to retain and to reflect. All these three. ध्यान से, हाँ? Medha is not just intelligence. It is the power you should be able to receive. Everyone is not able to receive. हाँ, receive के लिए there is an attitude of humility. Unless your attitude is, please sir, can you teach me? I have come to learn, and you want to learn, you are dying to learn. Huh? So that is called the condition to receive, is also part of medha. Then sustenance. कई लोग रिसीव तो करते हैं, बट इट इज लाइक चिकने घड़े के ऊपर से पानी, वो निकल जाता है। इधर से सुना, इधर से निकाल दिया, सुना है ना ये बात? हाँ, तो दैट इज नॉट पावर टू सस्टेन. सो पावर टू सस्टेन कम्स अंडर मेधा. And another thing that comes under medha is the power to reflect what you have heard. Whatever you have heard, when you can reflect on that, that is called medha. Hmm? Dhriti. Dhriti is fortitude or courage. Hmm? हाँ, fortitude. आप में वो शक्ति होनी चाहिए सहने की. Single pointed, you are going in one direction, you should have the courage to go. Then kshama. Kshama is, of course, translated as forgiveness, that is part of it, but it is the capacity of not getting disturbed by what is happening. That is kshama. Not getting disturbed unduly by what other people say or what you. Dekho, you will get disturbed, but how fast you get back your equilibrium is what is this. There. So, Kirti, Shri, Vakcha, Smritir, Medha, Dhriti, Kshama. Okay, these are qualities to be cultivated, which you should cultivate. Now, one important thing in this verse, two important things. He says he is Mrityu. He calls himself Mrityu. And Mrityu, आपने पहले वाले वर्स में करा था ना, that I am the controller, I am the regulator as death. So he said, देखो यम जो word है ना, Yama is the lord of death, they say. So the word Yama translates as regulator, as controller. Yama means control. आपने सुना है ना Yama Dama? It's the same word. Control. Controlling yourself. Mrityu means change in the previous situation and for the creation of a new situation. That is the meaning of the word Mrityu. Mrityu doesn't mean death as translated by English. It means a change in the previous situation, the death of the previous situation and the birth of a new situation, to another beginning. Change from a previous beginning to another new beginning is mrityu, and he calls it that it is me. And he says, किस तरह की मृत्यु भैया? देखो मृत्यु, देखो मृत्यु जो है ना वो दो तरह की मानी जाती है. एक तो जो धन को हर लेती है, एक जो प्राण को हर लेती है. These two are called मृत्यु. धन आपका हर गया है ना, वो तो वापस आ सकता है. प्राण हर गए तो वो वापस नहीं आ सकता है ना. तो ये क्या है? he says I am not just these two. He says, clarifies, सर्वहर. ये जो है भगवान, he can take away everything and anything. The moment the body is not dynamized, the body, mind, intellect is not dynamized by him, it is sarvahara. है ना? It is sarvahara. All your belongings, all your thoughts, all your emotions, all your attachments with the body, and everything that belongs to the body, all relationships that are with the body. Everything is gone in a second. So he is Sarvahara. He is not Dhanahara or Pranahara, he is Sarvahara. ठीक है? हाँ. So this is Sarvahara and Udbhavascha Bhavishyata. All pleasant experiences that are going to happen in the future, all that you are going to, all prosperity, Udbhava, prosperity, money, wealth, जो कुछ भी आपको मिलना है future में, even that Bhavishyatam, I am that also. And इसमें एक चीज का exception है. You get all the wealth and everything, कई तरह की wealth होती है, you get all that except one, which is moksha. इसमें मोक्ष नहीं आती है, which you can get in the future. ये जो ये कह रहे हैं उद्भव जो word है, अभ्युदय या उद्भव, all both these words mean getting wealth in the future, but not moksha. That is not included in that. So I am all these qualities, he says. In Mrityu, I am a creative Mrityu, that means destruction of the previous stage, a creation of a new stage. So without creation, there is no destruction in nature, and that is all. So all these qualities we have just done. So all the ये जो feminine qualities इनने बताई हैं, they are all noble qualities. None of them is a vulgar quality. None of them is that ego-giving quality. All these qualities, when they are used in a divine way, they are all divine, and then it is he himself. And it is, Gurudev used to say that you are the most foolish if you are a flower who does not want to become a fruit, or if you are a seed that does not want to become a plant. So welcome destruction. If it is coming, सोच के देखो. For every time something is destroyed in your house or with you, think that there must be something good about to happen. Think positively that something new is going to happen, something much better is going to take place. See, from seed to plant, plant to flower, flower to fruit is a betterment, isn't it? And flower to seed again is a change for more. And from one fruit come so many seeds. So you have multiplied, you have grown. सोच के देखो. So every destruction, किसी स्टेज का, किसी थॉट का, किसी कंडीशन का, किसी चीज का, look at it as a creation of something new. So let's do over here. So all the qualities that he has listed are for your reflection. Please reflect on them. They are all divine qualities, and the condition in which he says, I am this, I am this, I am this, he is expressing only his glory through them. Okay, let's finish here. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.